All right, welcome back everyone to the introductory interviews. My name is Evan Bird. I'm the Vice President of Social Media for the club, and I'm here with Kayla Perry. So Kayla, you are the Vice President of Finance for the club, and you are also the President of Riff-Dish. So what's kind of been your journey throughout, you know, with singing and then with acapella, BYU acapella, and then like basically how did you get to where you are now?
Yeah, so I'm from Grand Junction, Colorado. I sang in a lot in high school, and I came to BYU. I started singing in some of the BYU choirs. And then I met my husband at BYU, and he mentioned that he was in this a cappella club called Riff-Dish. Him and his best friend started the club together the semester before I met him, which was fall 2019. So it was right before COVID. They were able to do one concert that I was able to go to. And then COVID hit and shut everything down. They had to redo how they were thinking about it. And since then, um, his best friend Neil was the one who started the club. He isn't with singing with us anymore, but my husband was also the president after that, and now I'm directing it with him a little bit this semester. His name's Matt. So that's kind of the history on Riff Dish, and for me, I just love a cappella. It's like the place to go in the semester to like relax and not think about all of the stresses that the semester can bring. So it's really, really fun.
Awesome. That's what we love to hear. So as VP of Finance, you kind of get stuck with with the side of things that are not fun as far as the club presidency. Like I get to fool around on Instagram and TikTok. You're kind of stuck with the numbers and making sure everything is lined up and so what would be what's one thing that people can do to help support you in your responsibility, kind of make things easier.
Yeah, so VP of Finance has actually been super fun. Um, I am originally in music ed, so working with numbers isn't something I always get to do, so I actually love it. But yeah, we have concerts, usually three every semester. Riff Dishes usually tries to do two of those concerts. And so just like inviting everyone to come to those concerts, will really help the club in that way.
Awesome. You heard it here first. Please come to the concerts. It helps us with literally everything that we have to do. Um, so if I'm not mistaken, Riftish if not the newest, one of the newest groups on campus. So so what's kind of been its journey is like, what's kind of been some of the things that you weren't expecting to be as easy as they were or as hard as they were as far as being in a group as new as this?
So originally when the club was started, we didn't have a lot of direction on how music was going to be chosen, how parts, how solos were going to be chosen, like anything. Even our audition process wasn't like, it was a little like different than other clubs. But since we've been continuing on, and like I said, I'm in music ed. So this semester I want to help like get things rolling a little faster so that we can just start singing every single time we go and have fun instead of it being like too stressful picking music and stuff, just like help everyone to just have a blast. So that's kind of been the hard part, but we're transitioning into a better part. So it'll be really fun.
Every group's going to have that slow start, unless you're basically picking up momentum from past groups.
Yeah.
And so, the fact that you guys are still so new and still putting out great music. I know I've seen you in the singing shouts and in the Care Week concerts, and you guys have you guys have a really great camaraderie on stage. You have a really great stage chemistry, which you can't fake that.
Yeah, it's super fun. The other thing I will say is we want to go Christmas caroling, which is something not all of the clubs do, or any of the clubs that I know of. But we want to go to like a nursing home or like somewhere like that and just sing Christmas songs like hymns. So that's going to be something that we pull into our club this year that should be really fun. And then with that also, last year we actually lost half of our group members due to graduation, which is really awesome for them, but really unfortunate for us. So we're looking for lots of new people, so it's going to be really fun.
So could you just kind of give me some specifics of voice parts that you are looking for?
Yeah, so like I said, all of them. So first soprano, second soprano, first alto, alto, like second alto, tenors, baritone, bass, and we're looking for a beatboxer as well.
Who isn't looking for a beatboxer
Right.
nowadays?
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, and so also, so do you have any like what would you consider like Riff-Dish's mission statement, and kind of what goals do you have, you know, as far as like you know, getting stuff on the album, the Christmas EP, or like, you know, with the concerts, what are kind of your goals for, you know, for your group?
So there's 3 concerts per semester. Um, we want to do 2 of them for sure. And then Christmas caroling as well. The overall goal of Rift-Dish is just to have that safe place to come sing with people from other majors. Like my husband's in information systems, so we're coming from like all different parts of campus, and then just feel united and be able to sing together as a group in that way, and just have fun, honestly. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, Then just kind of on the, so you're kind of taking the reins from your husband a little bit, and you know, you're doing kind of a co-director thing this semester. So what are some of the challenges that you're excited to take on, and what are some of the challenges that, you know, that you're less excited to, you know, to encounter this semester?
So I don't know. My husband has been directing it the past year or so. And um, so I think as I've been watching him, I've been able to get a lot of advice and help from him. But also like know how to kind of improve the experience all around. As I've been studying music education as well. So those things I'm really excited for, just to make it more involved. Everyone, just get them going right away as soon as we start. We meet every Tuesday from 8 to 9, and
Hmm.
then the things that I'm kind of um like hesitant for, not looking forward to as much, is just that I am new at being the VP of Finance. So just trying to figure out my role as president of Rift-Dish, VP of Finance, and going to all of the meetings and trying to know all of the things because that's like the goal.
Yeah.
That's like what I want to do, but just hopefully I
Mhm.
will be able to do them well enough. So
Yeah, and the great thing is, you know, even when you're in kind of thing, you know, situation where you don't know all the things, I mean, with Ripdish, you have Matt who's been doing it, and then you know, Jordan, our president, he was the VP of finance, so like and he's an accountant, so like, you know, he's really good at, you know, you know, managing that type of stuff, and he already kind of thinks that way, and so that should take a little bit of the pressure off of
yeah,
you.
yeah, I'm
Um,
excited. Jordan is awesome.
yeah,
So
we all love Jordan.
yeah.
So let's So hopefully we're gonna have a lot of people at auditions who are just kind of starting for the first time, like starting a cappella for the first time, or you know, kind of people like myself who were like closeted a well, I was not, I was never a closeted a cappella nerd. but like I hadn't really performed with an a cappella group before I joined the club. And so for, for people who are, who are just kind of starting their journey, what would be the best advice that you could give them?
Just come. Come and have fun with us. Honestly, it's such a blast. Every single year we pick new music, we have a little bit new experiences, and it's just so fun every single year. So just come.
Awesome. Um, so just kind of wrapping things up with so like with kind of going back to, I mean, because we're trying to kind of make a push, we talked about in presidency meetings where we want other people to start making new groups. And so, as you kind of saw, I mean, you joined a little bit later from, from when Matt and his friend kind of started the group. So if someone were to start a group, what would be a bit of advice that you would give them?
I would suggest um, deciding how you want to read music. Um, Not everyone can read music well. It is helpful to have like audio tracks for some people. It's helpful to be in small groups and work on it as like in sectionals for some people. Some people don't even like sheet music, so it's helpful to just have them memorize their part. Or like I don't know. I found that it's not super productive to just be like, let's sing this song randomly, no sheet music, improv, everything. Like that's really hard. So I would
Uh-huh.
suggest sheet music, even if you can't read the sheet music, find someone who can play your part, memorize it, and it's super fun. And that will help everyone like be unified. So
Yeah,
that's the
I
biggest
really
piece
like
of
that.
advice. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know even like vocal point arrangements. I know some of those guys personally, and some of them had said that they didn't really read sheet music all that well, but they had all those different avenues that they could take. So yeah, that's really good advice. Well, Kayla, I don't want to steal any more of your time, but it's been a pleasure having you. And please, if you're watching this, please consider Riff-Dish. They're an amazing group. They have a beautiful camaraderie, and we and they're looking for all kinds of people, all kinds of voices, all kinds of walks of life. So please come to auditions and please consider Riff Dish.
Yes. Thank you, Evan.
All right, see you guys later.